Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Soulful Voices Circle Daily Oracle Card Reading. For those of you who are new to our community, my name is Dawn, and welcome. Today, I am going to ask a basic question again. Just leave it open for our spirits and guides to come to us and let us know what they would like us to know. And instead of framing a specific question, sometimes it's nice to have a series of days where we just kind of free flow and allow spirit to tell us what we want to know. It helps us, I think, to relax a little bit more. So with that in mind, I am going to use the Seven Energies deck. If I call it Baramud, I'm sorry about that lighting. There you go. Hopefully that's a little better. And with that, I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes and take a deep breath and to relax into this reading. I invite our angels and guides to come forward, and I ask for the spirit of the oracle that we are using today to come forward as well. And I ask that the divine light surround us with the golden light of protection and to protect us from any lower or negative entities that may try to influence or attach to this reading. I ask that the reading be of the pure divine light and love. I'm going to ask you to take another breath and really sink into your heart today. Drop into your heart. Feel the energy in your heart, the energy of love and peace. Relax a minute. Okay, I'm going to open my eyes now. You can continue to keep yours closed. And I'm going to start shuffling the deck to pull our card for today. What do we need to know today? Okay. Okay, let's select our card now. Okay, I feel this card here. Our card is Smoke and Mirrors. Can you see that? Let me adjust this light. Smoke and Mirrors. It's a little hard to see in this lighting. I apologize for that. But basically, it's a picture of a mirror with a gold frame, and in the reflection, there is smoke coming from it and kind of moving up into the air. So let's see, that is card number 42 in the Seven Energies deck, and let's see what that is connected to. Smoke and mirrors. The key concepts of this card are seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered, healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your biases and the way you view the world. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We are conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond this illusion. Discoveries at the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights and empty space. Consciousness is fundamental Time can be bent, and we are eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, an awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic with which to co-create life beyond your wildest expectations. Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. Wow, what a potent message this is. There's a lot in this explanation. So let's kind of pare down what I feel is coming to us in terms of what this means for me, not me, but for our community. And then you can decide what you think this means for you on a personal level. But the essence of this card meaning is that, we live in a society, and I'm pretty sure you've heard me say this before, where we have been indoctrinated with a certain idea of who and what we are. We see a lot of things going on out in the world that don't necessarily reflect truth, at least our internal truth, right? And it is when we ask ourselves the big questions of why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Are you supposed to be following the course of smoke and mirrors? Are you supposed to be following the path of pretense, the path of an illusion that was created for you, not one that you created yourself, but that you perhaps feed into and adhere to because this is what you were taught to do? When I started this reading, I asked the question. I said in the rather the protection request to drop into your heart, and I found it when I was reading this this meaning of this card, that it said to drop into your heart and soul. So this must be a strong energy that is coming through today, that we need to drop into our hearts and into our souls. And in those spaces, we will find truth. In those spaces, we will hear what we need to know about who we are. But we have to drop into these spaces. We have to make that connection so that we can look beyond what is in front of us. You have heard me speak of the magic of the universe, the magic of the invisible. And this is what this card is referring to. That just because you see things happening in society a certain way, it does not mean that this is all there is. It does not mean that you have to follow this course specifically as everybody is telling you you should. What you are here to do is to find deep in your heart and soul what it is that makes you sing, what it is that brings you joy, what it is that you experience when you feel love. What is it? What are those things? Where does the truth of your happiness lie? Is it in the smoke and mirrors that society has created? Or are you able to begin to do that deep healing work, to look beyond the smoke? And instead of seeing what society reflects back when you look in that mirror, let that mirror show you your own personal truth, right? Look beyond that. It's like, we all look in the mirror and we see things that we don't like. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, that makes me look this way. All of these ideas that we get are not necessarily about ourselves when we're looking at our own reflections, are not necessarily truths. Those are We are making comparisons and judging ourselves based on a societal norm, based on a societal message that we are receiving. And this card is calling on all of us to really look beyond that, to see beyond that, and to really get into the experience of our own truth so that we can live a purposeful and meaningful life, not a life that is crafted by something else or someone else or or by a constituent of different organizations that say this is how we're supposed to be. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Find your own truth. Look beyond what you see. Look beyond when you go into a store. There's a certain energy that attaches to that environment, right? What is it about being in that grocery store, for example, that you feel and experience in the moments that you're there, right? Do you that applies to any place where you go. Whenever you walk into a specific place, you feel an energy. And in that energy, that's where the invisible lies. It's not in the pretty curtains that you see or the beautiful mirrors or the long steps or if it's a place that is less what we would call beautiful, if it's a little bit more dilapidated or whatever, there is an energy that is carried through each of our experiences. And this card is saying, look beyond what you see in the physical world. Look beyond that. Look beyond your outer appearance. Look beyond that. Look into yourself. Look into your heart and look into your soul. So, this is the message that we have here today. And it says, ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. So, are you telling yourself that this is something that you want to see? Are you telling yourself that you are this when in truth you are not? Are you telling yourself that you are a failure when you are not? Are you telling yourself that you are not worthy when you are? Are you putting yourself above other people when you are not? Right? These are the things that we are being called to look beyond so that we can begin to redefine who we are as humanity. And all of this work, all the shifting of the energy in humanity is part of what we need to do, right? But we cannot do that until we shift ourselves, until we shift our own thinking about our own personal selves, about our own personal experiences, what those experiences mean to us, how we carry them through our lives and into the world. What is the energy that those experiences are creating? But we have to look beyond what we see. I'm not trying to be repetitive here in saying we need to look beyond. I'm trying to get the message through to people that what you see out in the world is not who you are. It is who you are only to the extent that you choose to conform to those things that you do not even resonate with on a vibrational level. If you are trying to resonate with society and it's not what you feel in your heart you should be doing or want to be doing, you are being called back to yourself in those situations. When you are feeling and experiencing that, your own soul is calling back to you to make a change, to look deeper and deeper into who you are and to discover your own truth. So I hope this message resonates with you. And I just want to take a moment here to take one more deep breath. And I'm going to ask you to put your hands on your heart and close your eyes. And as you do this, feel the energy within and drop into that feeling and experience. And this is how we begin to come back to ourselves. So take a few minutes even after you listen to this rather, and really experience your own heart. And then look around you and see if you look at the world just a little bit differently. I know this exercise may seem silly, but it really isn't. You will begin, if you do this on a regular basis and you feel into your heart, you're going to begin to feel something that you don't feel out in the world. You're going to discover that love and that deep connection to something more when you do this. So I'm sending you so much love today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow, though. Have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.